What's going on, guys? This is Bobby Douglas, and this is just part 2 of the Greg Brown III full game breakdown. So let's get right into it. Remember, in the first half, he was saddled with foul trouble. He sat for the last 10 minutes, and I showed you that just to show you kind of just like the head-scratching nature of Greg Brown's game. He'll do a lot of things that are really great, and other things that you're just like, what the fuck? So here's the second half for Greg Brown. He's going to play a lot more, and again, he's going to score, get a little bit more involved offensively. So let's watch it right now. So again, number 4 in the white, he's going to be guarding Micah Peavy, the freshman for Texas Tech. And yeah, let's watch him play again. Greg Brown, 6'9", 205, shot 42% from the field, 33% from 3. I think the 33% is probably a little bit better than what you would expect from him. But overall, you know, he had a interesting freshman year. He had some very good games, other just kind of blah games. You know, pretty inconsistent. I have him as an early second rounder right now. But I think in terms of like athleticism and upside, he's definitely a first round talent. It's just going to come down to the skills and becoming less raw. So right there, Greg Brown kind of got turned around a little bit. And this is where I think technique, could come into play here. So right here, like this should be an automatic, just like man up, wall up, right? But Greg Brown's going to kind of oversell it, and he's just going to end up over here. And Peavy's just going to drive right by him. So again, right here, he's too late to drop that right foot, it looks like, or that left foot. And really, Micah Peavy's just able to get around him. So again, just a little bit more technical criticism right there. But nonetheless, one that I think he should be able to work on, because he does have the foot speed and the athleticism and the length to really stay in front of these guys. And so once he really kind of gets down to like the skill side of defense and things like that, I think he could be really good. We got a turnover right here for Texas. But like the raw natural gifts, I think, are totally there. If you remember a guy like Paul Reed last year from DePaul, I kind of see a little bit of Greg Brown and Paul Reed. I think Greg Brown's a better defender. I think he's a better defender 1 through 5, and that's a classic freshman mistake right there. So right here, you're gonna see this after too. Shaka's gonna just start screaming at him. He's gonna call a timeout. He's gonna come out to like midcourt and start yelling at Greg Brown, because he's supposed to be the tagger on the roll. So right here, he's gonna tag the first roll, right? So he does a nice job kind of showing here for McCullough, right? And then he's totally gonna forget about Marcus Santos Silva, and he's gonna roll right down the lane for an easy basket. Right here, Greg Brown, you can see he just has no idea what's going on. This needs to be Greg Brown tagging this roller. He doesn't do it, and it's going to lead to an easy basket, and that's just the type of freshman mistakes that he will make occasionally. But overall, I would say like 8 times out of 10, I think he makes the right move off the ball. There's going to be a timeout right here, and you can see Shaka right here. He is going to light up Greg Brown, right? He's sprinting out to half court to tell him like, hey man, bro, that's your guy. You got to tag that roller, you know? He's livid about that, and that's a very bad blown assignment. You can see that. Oh well, they did have it up there before the commercial cut in, but that can't happen. And so, you know, those are types of things where it's like a head scratching play, right? So you're just talking about the inconsistency, but like when Greg Brown is on, I think it's really impressive to watch. So just those things to keep in mind. For the rest of the half, though, I think he's very good defensively. You can see right here, again, loose with the ball, tries to do too much with it. He gets himself into trouble. He always goes left, too, which is interesting because he's a right-handed shooter and finisher. So just those things, just really getting a tighter handle will add so much to his offensive dynamism. But right now, I'd say if you use him as a cutter, as a rim runner, as a small ball 5, I think you could really probably get the most out of him offensively for now, and then have that skill development come later if it ever gets there. But, you know, like right now, I think he does have a place as kind of like a hybrid 4-5 type of player, someone to bring energy. That's another really athletic, strong block, good instincts thing on the floor right here. Let's watch it again. So Greg Brown's going to, first of all, he's going to stay in front of Peavy on the drive, right? And you can see, look at the length right here. He's giving Peavy no room to operate. Peavy's going to spin around, pump fake once. Greg Brown stays on the floor, and he's able to block that shot. Those are types of plays that, you know, you look at Greg Brown and it probably has like NBA scouts licking their lips, right? Because you can't get that. You can't really teach this, you know? And you can see that block right here again. Just that's incredible awareness, timing, everything. So the natural gifts of Greg Brown are going to carry him into the NBA, whether that be in the first round or early second round. I don't see him slipping past like 35. honestly, on my board or on draft night. And on draft night, my guess is that he goes in the first round just because I think one NBA team will be like tantalized by that gift, and you can see him airball that three. And so this is the type of thing. Again, like he airballs a lot of threes. He'll have some bad misses. Again, this is wide open catch and shoot. These are types of shots he needs to hit in the NBA with consistency to be just an impactful offensive player. And you can see the shot for him just very low. I'm trying to see if I could get my elbow aligned. So like it's very low, right in front of his face, and he just kind of flings it. And you can see there's really no touch right there. I think it's inconsistent motion-wise. And yeah, so that's just kind of an issue that I have with him shooting. And again, he shot 33%, which I think was his percentages don't do how bad of a shooter, don't do that justice. I think he's a worse shooter than what his percentages say. He only shot 42% from the field, which I think is very low for a guy with his athletic ability. So I just think the rawness, the lack of touch, I think will cause him some troubles early in the NBA. But just, like given how gifted he is physically, like there's really not, something's going to happen there. And you can see right there, really nice, like, what the fuck? Like, that's insane, right? This is on TJ Shannon, who we just saw in the first half throw down a monster dunk, right? This is TJ Shannon. Greg Brown's beat a little bit here, but again, just the long legs, the long arms, he's able to just swat the shit out of this. Like, that's with his left hand, too. And again, so that's what I mean with, I don't think you can rely on him to necessarily be, like, your best rim protector or your primary rim protector, but if you're just talking about somebody who can go out there and get weak side blocks on drives, like, Greg Brown's your guy, and we saw that right there. That's an incredible block. He averaged, let's see what he does here. So again, he's in the post. Again, Greg Brown, good defense. And again, he gets another block. Like, seriously, this guy's all over the place. And this is what I mean, where it's like the Paul Reed things, where he's just kind of everywhere. Again, another really good block. Stays straight up, doesn't bite on the pump fake, gets the rebound, and look at how high he's up getting that rebound, right? He's almost at the rim. And he just brings it down in a quick outlet. Like, that's all you want Greg Brown to do in the NBA, and I think there's a definite role for him by doing that. Just when he tries to do a little bit too much, when he tries to beat his guy off the dribble, when he tries to gamble on certain passing lanes, when he tries to shoot these, like, fadeaway jumpers, like, that's when he gets himself into trouble. But if he just sticks to what he's good at, which is just rebounding, crashing the glass, blocking shots, and playing 1 through 5 defense, like, he's going to be a very effective NBA player, I think. And again, right here, that's awesome. That is awesome. Awesome defense right here. Watch. Okay, look, this is a big guy on Jamarius Burton, who is like a 6'2", kind of shifty, quick guard for Texas Tech. He's going to try and get Greg Brown in the air. Greg Brown doesn't bite, and he stays solid to the ground. And now he's playing defense, and look at how he just swallows Jamarius Burton, right? You can't even see him at points because Greg Brown is so long. So just those types of plays where you're just like, okay, this guy can be really special defensively. And so I think he will be. But again, those are the types of plays where you just kind of are shaking your head. And again, he wanted that block again. He was right there. I think Jericho Sims got there first. But he can really thrive, I think, in this hybrid 4-5 type of role early, where he doesn't really need a lot of the ball on offense, but he just plays hard, plays with energy on defense, and gets blocks, gets rebounds, gets extra possessions for his team. And if he can really buy into that role, I think he can carve himself out a pretty nice NBA career. And so again, this is the first 4.5 minutes of the second half, and we've already seen the activity from Greg Brown really ramp it up a notch. First half, he's obviously stifled with those fouls, so he didn't play the last 10 minutes, and we got a foul here, so I will skip ahead. But just, like, the energy he plays with is pretty infectious. I call him an MPG, an MGP, a momentum-gaining player, right? So the plays he makes, the blocks, the highlight reel dunks, those are momentum-gaining plays, right? So he's a guy that can get the crowd into it, finish with either hand really well, in terms of dunking, and just someone who can just jump out of the gym as well. You can see right here guarding Kevin McCullough in the post. And right here we got a little off-ball switch, and Brown's going to grab that rebound. Oh, yeah, and this is where the little camera issue for ESPN came in. But that's like the only thing wrong with this stream. So again, Andrew Jones, this Texas team was so bad with turnovers and everything. Like, their loss against Abilene Christian, I was livid. I was so mad. I had Texas losing to Baylor in the title game. Obviously, Baylor won, so that's good. And again, I like the effort. This is going to be called a block, but I like the effort from Greg Brown here. He actually draws 2 charges in the second half. In this one, he just, a little bit of lack of awareness in terms of the circle, and his heels are clearly on the line. That's going to be a block every time. But, I do like the effort. I do like the willingness to take a charge. Honestly, though, like, if he has a little bit more time, I'd like the team to just contest that straight up, because why are you trying to take a charge when you can just go up and block shots? You know what I mean? So just kind of finding that balance a little bit, I think, would be helpful. But overall, I like the energy. I like the thinking by Greg Brown here. I prefer if he did a little bit more, contesting rather than trying to draw that charge. We got just a replay of that. And he's going to be out for a little bit here, and then he's going to come back in at 104.33, so I will skip ahead here. So he has his 3rd foul right now, so I think he finishes with 3 fouls, so not that bad. But no, this Texas team, like, I had them losing in the title game. I thought they had the length and athleticism to beat Gonzaga had they met in the Final Four, and then little did I know, Abilene Christian, who starts 3 guys under 6 feet tall, they just dominated Texas. I've never seen a worse performance from a top 3 seed, I think, in my life, honestly. That was such a bad game for them. And here's Greg Brown trying to do a little bit, and he's going to pull up for 3. And those are types of that's like a no yes shot, right? He hits that 3. We'll watch we'll watch his form here. So again, it's a low release point, any advantage he gets due to his size, it's kind of neutralized by that low release point. And you can see it's, so right here, it's kind of like, it's almost like a slingshot, a catapult with his right arm. And so he hits this one, but I'm not a huge fan of that jumper. And you can see he's just super energetic, super intense. And so that is something I do like about him. Good job helping here on the switch, and then TJ Sand's going to miss that 3. Mac McClung falling down kind of hindered that entire defensive sequence for Greg Brown, but he did a decent job just kind of staying engaged. But no, and then that's a really nice, somehow going to get, he's going to get that foul call. But again, this is what I mean where I say he's like an instinctual cutter and rim runner. So right here, he's going to see that Courtney Ramey gets in trouble with that double team. So here, more like a triple team, honestly. So he's getting trapped right here. This is Texas Tech's no middle scheme kind of, right? Greg Brown immediately sees an opening, and he's looking for a dunk every single time. So he's going to immediately right down Main Street, get the ball. And again, he gets fouled here, and he almost finishes. But listen, like an instinctual offensive player, off the ball, I think cutting-wise, I think he's very good, and we'll watch him shoot free throws here. And here's the first one. And you can see right there, that's a perfect, I'm going to see if I can pause it. Right. Damn it. Hang on. Let me go back like a second. Let me go back a sec. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to slow it down. I'm going to try and pause it. Damn it. Okay, regardless, you see this, I'll zoom in right here, right? So look at where he's releasing the ball and see how his arm is kind of in front of his face, and it's a low release point. He's very off balance when he shoots it, even on his free throws. You can see right here, like look at his his feet. So again, I'm not a huge fan of that shot for him, and that's something that I think he'll need to work on. But regardless, I think what gets him on the floor early is just his athleticism and his overall play, his overall just energy on the floor. He knocks that one down, and he'll take the second one here. He's going to make that one as well. And he was I think a 71% free throw shooter, which isn't horrible for college, but I'm not like that. 71% isn't enough to make me say that he'll be a good shooter in the NBA, especially given his form and everything like that. But 71% for a guy like him with his shot and 33% from 3, that's not horrible. And so right now he's on Mac McClung. I think there's some off-ball switching in, out of the inbounds, and let's see if they get the ball to Mac here. Yeah, so here we go. So let's watch Greg Brown here. So again, ghost screen. And so Greg Brown, really good job. And this is what I mean. Like, this is incredible defense from Greg Brown right here. And you can see they get the foul call. But let's watch this possession again. So he is basically on Mac McClung Island right now, right? There is no help near him. You could tell Texas Tech is trying to clear out after that ghost screen. And he's just going to stay in front, move his feet, have active hands. And again, right here, like, he's with him all the way. And I think Matt Coleman gets the foul there. That's a really good defensive possession for Greg Brown, though. And here he is on TJ Shannon. And so, again, that versatility really does come into play. And there he is switching on to, I think that's Tyreek Smith for Texas Tech. And then somehow almost grabs that rebound. I think that should be an off-ball foul, but it's going to be, ooh. They call a foul on the shot? They did. That's a shaky call. Shaky call. But again, the activity, the length, just everything about Greg Brown I kind of just like physically. And it's just going to come down to, like, can he make a jump shot? Can he rein it in a little bit offensively? Can he, make better decisions? Can he be utilized in any way as a short roll passer? Things like that. See, Greg Brown's on the weak side, looking for he's wide open for the corner three. But again, good job crashing the glass, and he almost gets that rebound too. So, I mean, just the activity I really like. Right there, he fell asleep a little bit on that box out. But other than that, I think he was doing a good job communicating. Matt Coleman, that's not a good shot. Luckily, Jericho Sims is there. So here's TJ Shannon. I think they're going to go a little bit of a horn set. And Greg Brown didn't run it to Greg Brown's side. And here he is on the ball. And again, good defense. Doesn't bite on the shot fake. Able to move his feet well. Mirror the hips of TJ Shannon. Like, this is all Big 12 level defense right here. That's incredible defense again. Just staying with TJ Shannon, not letting him cook him off the dribble. That's really, really impressive stuff. Got another foul here. So now Texas is pressing a little bit, and now they're back into man. And Brown's on Micah Peavy. We had a decent freshman year. Didn't really get a whole lot of chances to, like, really shine offensively. But he overall was not bad. Good job, Greg Brown, walling up right there and then getting back. And that's where he's going to draw his first charge. And, like, just this is where I like Marcus Smart. Like, he always does these kind of, like, bullshit charges, right? This is such a flop. Like, come on. That's he's not actually falling down based on that, but that's still just, like, an instinctual charge call. And those are the types of things that, like, just piss the hell out of, like, it just pisses off the opposing team so much when charge calls like that get called. So Greg Brown, I think that's where I kind of see, like, a little bit of Marcus Smart in him. But again, like, funny little charge call right there, and he's going to get another one in a few minutes here too. And so here he is, just kind of getting his bearings defensively. He was the last man back there. But again, you can see he's calling out switches off the ball, which I think is a good sign of just kind of like someone who knows what's going on. He almost looks like, it looks like as though, like, Shaka Smart has told him explicitly right before this game, like, you need to be talking more, because he's making such a noticeable effort. He's gesturing with his hands, and, that's good, but I'm not sure if it's necessarily, like, a natural thing for him. But as he gets, like, more repetition, like, talking and being vocal, I think that will only help him. And again, not really much going on with that dribble. And there's Greg Brown. So, almost got that rebound. Ends up hanging on the rim. But again, like, kind of instinctual off the ball. I do like how he kind of, like, times up his crashing the glass to, like, mirror the defense's, like, lack of awareness towards him. Until he kind of sneaks up on people. He's pretty light on his feet as well. And we got Kevin McCullough free throws, and we'll skip these. So again, go screen by Jericho Sims, and that's a block by Marco Santos Silva. And here comes Texas Tech on the break. Now what's going on? Greg Brown, did he block that? What the hell? This is incredible stuff. Like, he comes from the other side of the rim and blocks this shot somehow. Times it up perfectly, meets him at the summit almost, and just, that's almost goaltending. But can't teach that. Weak side shot blocking right there. That's exactly what you want from a guy like him. That secondary shot blocking, that secondary rim protection. And they went for the alley. This is what, like, just the energy is just infectious with Greg Brown. Like, he's just coming out of nowhere. He's shot out of a cannon, and he's looking for that. Like, jeez. And then somehow this isn't called a foul, or it's called a foul on the ground, I believe. And so Greg Brown's going to be at the free throw line. But just, like, some of these plays, you're just like, where the hell did he even come from? And so we'll watch him shoot some free throws here. I think this is 1-1. And I think he misses it, yeah. And again, that was a bad miss. You know, you're always told as like a kid in middle school, like, you can miss long or short, but never left or right. Greg Brown missed that woefully right. And so, you know, just you could tell, like, kind of this, like, the touch really isn't there yet. Good defense on Shannon again, forcing him towards the baseline to make a tough decision. And Courtney Ramey's going to blow that layup. Jeez, this is Texas. How did I ever pick them to lose to Baylor? Ugh. One of the bigger regrets of the year for me. And so right here, he's going to get held, right? So he gets hung up on this screen. But I want you guys to watch Santos Silva. Because, like, he is literally, like, hugging him right now, and he's not going to get a call. And then this is a wide open three. Like, come on. I mean, that's a hold. Greg Brown, like, if he's stronger, he could probably fight through that a little bit better. But, like, that's a foul, I think. So again, Greg Brown on the left wing. And you can see him just kind of timing his cuts towards the basket. You know, kind of moving with the ball, which is good. You know, like, the ball's being moved, he's moving, he's kind of mirroring where the ball goes in a way, trying to look for an opening, which I think is effective, and it shows that he's aware of what's going on. We got final 3:20 here. This is actually a very good game, FYI. Mac McClung's going to hit a game winner, I think. Somehow Greg Brown's going to get that rebound. So, like, this is just, like, kind of incredible, right? So Greg Brown's first off going to get this rebound. It almost goes in on his own basket, right? And then right here, like, he's on the floor. His feet are tangled with Jericho Sims, and somehow he's going to get this rebound just by reaching up almost. That's a really impressive second jump and really good instincts. So, again, Greg Brown just showing that athleticism, showing the timing that he does have. That should only really get better in the NBA. And again, this is just like another no-no yes shot. Like, what the hell is he doing? There's 20 seconds left on the shot clock. He has a way better three-point shooter than Andrew Jones open right here. Greg Brown just says, like, fuck it, I'm putting a team on my back. He's just going to launch. Like, what? That's a bad shot. If that misses, like, Shaka's pulling him, you know? But again, he hits that one. He's hyped about it. So, yeah, you know, I do like just, like, the confidence and the energy that he plays with. I think that's very just kind of effective. Decent contest right there. Caught sleeping a little bit. But, you know, nonetheless, he got his arm out there and contested that TJ Shannon 3. Greg Brown lifting up. And we got a turnover. Nope, never mind. It's going to be Texas ball still. And here we go. 6 on the shot clock. Coleman's going to have to do something crazy, and he cannot hit. Greg Brown, though, right in the thick of it, almost trying to get that rebound. Or almost getting that rebound, I should say. Got a pretty good take from McCullough right there. So we enter the final 2 minutes. We got a huge 3 from Courtney Ramey right there. That's a big-time 3, and I think there's a timeout now. Yeah. So again, Brown on TJ Shannon. Let's see what he does here. Again, they're going to switch that screen. Now he's on PV. Again, pretty good communication right there. That's just, like, I have no idea what to even say to that with McClung. That was just, like, I don't understand how he even, like, attempts that. I think I saw Kemba Walker do it a few times when he was in college, but, like, that's just funny. And then he gets the foul call, so he's shooting free throws where he makes both, and then there is a timeout. And we're back with 1:20 left. So again, you can see, like, as the game goes on, they're kind of running a lot of stuff through their 3 guards. And later in the year, Greg Brown would actually, like, sit out at the end of games, and Kai Jones would come in. And Kai Jones is a guy who I think, as a lot of you guys probably know, I have him, like, very high on my board. I have him, like, top 8 right now. Or top 9, maybe. But again, like, his playing time kind of decreased. In the Big 12 tournament, Greg Brown kind of had, like, some sort of, like, emotional, like, weird, like, some weird thing where he kind of, like, just kind of flipped out over playing time, and he had to leave the bench for a little bit. And then in the next game, and the rest of the season, I think, which was only like 2 games, I don't think he started either of them, and his minutes were drastically reduced. So just kind of like that emotional volatility, I think he'll have to work on a little bit. But again, I think that does show that he cares. Right here, Jamarius Burton can't get anything, and he's going to draw another charge on Greg Brown, which is just like, what the hell? Again, another charge right here. Brown does a really nice job here moving his feet, actually. So you're going to see him kind of like staying with. He's active, right? And again, that length allows him to just stay with people and swallow them up, especially these smaller defenders or these smaller opponents. And he's going to draw that charge, which is, good play. Watch a replay of it here. Like, that should never be a charge, but kudos to Greg Brown for, like, utilizing the fact that, like, those rules do happen. What just happened there? So we got a turnover. What just... Oh, jeez, Texas. Why did I ever pick them? I am just kicking myself right now. This is painful to watch. You can see Coleman's... Yeah, he's struggling to get that ball in. And here we go. We got a final 30 seconds. And again, I think Texas maybe hits a shot and then McClung hits a 3. Or maybe McClung just hits it and Texas misses. It's Coleman. Can't secure it. And here comes McClung. 10 seconds left. Clutch Gene. McClung. Step back. Bang! So McClung's going to hit that. We got a timeout. Greg Brown wasn't really even near that play. That's just kind of like a go get a bucket type of play. Final 2 seconds. 3 seconds. Coleman gets a decent look. Can't knock it down, though. That ends the game, so I will pause it here. I hope you guys enjoyed this Greg Brown breakdown. I think he's one of the more exciting players to watch just because of his off-ball activity and always the continual threat for a highlight-level dunk. So, hopefully you guys learned a lot, and if you did, make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, do whatever. If you disagree, if you want to see any players sooner rather than later, but just leave them down in the comments, and I'll get to him, like, ASAP. I have no real rotation here going on, so if you have any players, let me know. And, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow for another breakdown. Thanks.